The BBC. Recommendations for BBC iPlayer in the growing attention economy post-COVID-19. I will be conducting a strategic analysis of BBC iPlayer in the ever-evolving digital economy. Here's an outline of my presentation's contents. Presented here are the factors to be evaluated in my SWOT analysis. My first strength is high audience trust and brand legacy. This Ofcom report highlights BBC iPlayer's strengthened role as a trusted broadcasting video on demand, with average daily viewing rising from 7.6 to 9 minutes. The report also documents a marked increase in viewership among those aged 55 and older, who have adopted iPlayer in confidence of the BBC's on-demand content quality. The second strength that I would like to highlight is quality public service content. The BBC's annual report shows that a higher percentage of adults consider the BBC to be important and effective at informing, educating, entertaining and fulfilling its public service mission, highlighting its delivery of high-quality content. This Ofcom news consumption report reinforces the BBC's established brand, identifying BBC One as the leading news source in 2024 and BBC iPlayer as the top broadcasting video on demand platform, outperforming competitors like ITVX. My final strength is strong pandemic performance and digital integration. The Ofcom report presented here on COVID-19 viewing habits shows that 30% of iPlayer users increased their viewing during the pandemic, reinforcing the BBC's role as a trusted provider of essential public service content in times of national crisis. The National Audit Report demonstrated here, as cited in McLaughlin's article, notes the BBC's strong performance against better-funded rivals and highlights its £7 million investment in platform navigation, design and integration by 2022. My first weakness is weaker user experience in regards to BBC iPlayer. Whelan's 2020 system usability study of BBC iPlayer identified issues with the search bar, support options and password change functions, suggesting the platform may be difficult to navigate. The National Audit Office, as shown in this graph, indicates that BBC Online products, like iPlayer, were rated less user-friendly and potentially less useful than subscription services such as Disney+. The second weakness I would like to explore is regulations limit aggressive growth. Over the past year, the BBC has faced criticism from the National Media Association for using paid promotion for its news app, with concerns that such actions conflict with its public service remit, which restricts publicly funded organisations from negatively impacting the commercial market, thereby limiting aggressive growth. The first opportunity I will be discussing is interactive or gaming content within iPlayer. Leading video-on-demand competitor Netflix has expanded its platform by incorporating a range of original and third-party games, positioning itself as both a streaming and gaming service. My second opportunity is to develop swiping short-form content within iPlayer. Given TikTok's success as a marketing tool for the BBC, evidenced by 6.1 million followers and 264.5 million likes, integrating short-form video content into iPlayer, similar to YouTube Shorts, could enhance engagement. Mosby states that short-form video delivers the highest ROI, with 1.6 billion people engaging with it, and Instagram users spending an average of 53 minutes per session viewing short-form content. The first threat I'll be discussing is that reduced attention spans challenge long-form content engagement. The 2022 report from King's College London highlighted that public opinion indicates a decline in attention, with 58% of individuals aged 18 to 34 believing their attention span has become shorter over time. A study on screen time conducted by the University of Leeds found that 50% of adults reported using screens for 11 or more hours a day. This shift may influence news consumption, as TikTok usage for news has risen from 1% of users in 2020 to 10% in 2023. The second threat I will be discussing is license fee debates. The statistic graph shown on this slide illustrates the declining support for the BBC licence fee. The number of people opposing the fee is twice as high as those in favour, suggesting that a re-evaluation of the public service model may be imminent. Woodhouse from the House of Commons Library notes that the licence fee model is being challenged, with the BBC's public service remit set for reassessment in 2027, and alternatives such as household fees, advertising-based video on demand, subscription-based video on demand, or taxation is under consideration. The final threat I will be discussing is large subscription video on demand and advertising-based video on demand companies dominating consumer streaming. These statistics demonstrate the monthly use of the streaming service giants that dominate the industry. Due to licence fee uncertainties, the BBC and BBC iPlayer may have to consider how they plan to compete with subscription video on demands and advertising-based video on demands in the industry. This is a reminder of my SWOT analysis diagram. Based on the SWOT analysis I have presented, I would recommend that BBC iPlayer add swiping with short-form videos to their platform. This could involve repurposing the films and television shows similarly to their pre-existing TikTok page that has performed well. Although BBC iPlayer excelled during COVID-19, this product development could help to target younger viewers in understanding the deteriorating attention economy after the pandemic. As the BBC may be subjected to privatisation, this interactivity could help to drive new engagement to their page without having to shift their long-lasting brand legacy. This will be a cost-effective way to boost the user experience without opposing their public service remit and allow the BBC to compete more effectively with large subscription video-on-demand platforms and advertising-based video-on-demand conglomerates. These are my references.